I'll tell you about the how the memory box came to be. I never had intended to write a book. It's not something that I've dreamt about since I was a child. Like a lot of authors I know, they've always wanted to be a writer. Um, I read an article in the New York Times, this was years ago now, maybe 10 years ago, about people Googling themselves. So it was just when that was taking off, when people would put their name in the search engine and see what they could come up with. And then sort of brag about, oh, my name comes up 100 times, or, it seemed to be this competition. But the New York Times reported that a boy who was 17 years old and he was living in Los Angeles, he Googled himself and he discovered that he was on a missing persons list in Canada. And he did not know that he was kidnapped as a child, as a 2-year-old. He was taken by his mom, actually. They were in a custody battle. His mom and his dad were in a custody battle, and she just could not bear the thought of losing her son. And she took her son from Canada and moved to LA. And for 15 years, his whereabouts was unknown. And so I thought, how incredible the idea of Googling yourself and finding out something so personal and so shocking. And so that was the impetus for the book. And that's exactly what happens to the main character. She Googles herself, she Googles her name, and actually, she Googles her married name, and very little comes up on her. She's, a wonderful volunteer in her town, and some very benign things come up. She volunteered to run the book sale at the library. And then she thought, well, I'm going to Google my maiden name and see what comes up. And so she Googled her maiden name. And that's where the reader starts the story, when they discover she just encounters so much about her past that she does not remember. And so we follow her through this journey of trying to first find out if these things are true and why doesn't she remember them.